మంత్రి యనమల రామకృష్ణుడు బడ్జెట్ ప్రవేశపెడుతున్నారు. ఇప్పుడు ప్రత్యక్ష ప్రసారం ద్వారా చూద్దాం.
It's called e-budget, Adisha. Honorable Speaker and members, with your permission, I rise to present the budget of Andhra Pradesh state for the year 2016-17. I would like to start my budget speech by remembering the great Indian late President APJ Abdul Kalam. When learning is purposeful, creativity blossoms. When creativity blossoms, thinking emanates. When thinking emanates, knowledge is fully lit. When knowledge is lit, economy flourishes. First, I would like to recall what I said in my first budget speech of the state reorganization on August 20th, 2015. The unfortunate scenario that the present government has inherited leaves me in an unenviable position to deal with the complexities and problems the state is burdened with. We have to now reinvent the process of building the economy once again the way we handled earlier. As expected, we have faced and continue to face several challenges, of which the most daunting has been to find the resources required for financing the development needs of the state. Nevertheless, under the leadership of our Chief Minister, Sri N. Chandrababu Naidu, we have not only stood firm in the face of adversity, scarcity of resources, and unhelpful nature in the form of hudud cyclone and drought, but I have been moving forwards with a clear vision, innovative strategy, and comprehensive action plan for building a prosperous and inclusive society. In this endeavor, we are guided by the wisdom of Swami Vivekananda, who exhorted, take up one idea, make that one idea your life. Think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. Let the brain, muscles, nerves, and every part of your body be full of that idea, and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success. The one great idea that has been our pole star during the past 20 months is the goal of making Andhra Pradesh the most developed state in India by 2029 in terms of all social, economic, and human development parameters. To translate this big idea into reality, we have launched 7 missions and 5 campaigns and are building 5 grids with unwavering focus on creating a peaceful, prosperous, and above all, inclusive and happy society. Our objective is to sustain the double-digit economic growth which we achieved within 1 year of our rule for not just 5 or 10 years, but for the next 30 years and beyond. The economy, I am presenting this budget in an environment of global gloom, national optimism, and local exuberance. I will let the facts and figures speak for themselves. While the global growth has slowed down from 3.4% in 2014 to 3.1% in 2015, India has remained the bright spot, registering a growth of 7.3%. During the same period, Andhra Pradesh has registered a high growth rate of 10.9%. We have accomplished this in the face of adverse legacies of the past that continue to haunt the present. Years of misgovernance, battered economy, severe scarcity of financial resources, and inadequate capacity. Services sector has recorded a growth of 11.39% against India's 9.19%, and industry sector has grown at 11.13% compared to the national performance of 7.35%. I am to announce that the per capita income of our state has crossed 1 lakh threshold to reach 1,07,000 rupees in 2015. Encouraged by the performance of the economy in 2015-16 financial year, we set ourselves an ambitious but achievable target of economic growth for the next financial year spread across all sectors of the economy. Notwithstanding the adverse global factors and modest national growth scenario, we are confident that the development projects launched by the government, revitalized private sector, and exuberant citizen participation together will partner in scripting this growth story. At this juncture, I would like to echo Shakespeare, who ordained, "Speak of me as I am, nothing extenuate," and inform you that our performance, which is impressive by any standards, has been contributed not so much by surge in revenues or generous support from the central government, but primarily because of the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister, the development vision, comprehensive strategy for economic growth and job creation, vigorous implementation of all development programs, projects, and above all, the improved efficiency and effectiveness of the governance machinery. However, I would like to remind the honorable members that we continue to carry the revenue deficit of 13,897 crores inherited from the 2014-15 financial year as a consequence of irrational bifurcation of the state. Construction of the new capital city of Amravati would require about 15 to 18,000 crore rupees in the next 3 to 4 years. Massive investment is required in infrastructure, provision of essential public services, and successful execution of all development and welfare programs. Notwithstanding the difficulties we have faced and continue to struggle with, I would like to look at the future with optimism, only remembering the great poet Henry Wordsworth Longfellow. Look not mournfully into the past. It comes back not again. Wisely improve the present. It is thine. Go forth to meet the shadowy future without fear and without a manly heart. With a manly heart. The budget proposals. It is in the spirit of bold optimism that I present the budget proposals for the 2016-17 financial year. I am happy to inform the August House that the budget for 2016-17 is unique on several accounts. First and foremost, it is the first e-budget with all budget documents being made available in easily readable format on a tablet that you can carry anywhere and refer it to at any time. Second, it is a truly decentralized budget. Every drawing and disbursing officer in the state, and there are more than 20,800 DDOs in the state, has prepared the budget proposals for the unit under his or her control. Third, this is a genuinely outcome-focused budget with unwavering focus on performance and outcomes rather than the traditional input-based budget. Fourth, this is a demand-driven budget based on the needs of the grassroots and the expectations of the people. Fifth, we have obtained inputs from the public and incorporated them as appropriate. When I presented the 2015-16 budget on March 13, 2015, you mandated me expenditure estimated at 1,13,049 crores during the 2015 and 16 financial year. I am delighted to report that I ensured utilization of 99.26% of the amount authorized. The revised estimates RE for 2015-16 are around 1,12,216 crores. For the first time in the annals of Andhra Pradesh state, the plan expenditure has exceeded the estimates by 12.38%. The RE for 2015-16 plan is around 38,671 crores compared to the budget estimates of 34,412 crores. Higher plan investment has flown to the key development drivers like energy, infrastructure and investment, Panchayat Raj and rural development and the water resources departments. This increase in plan expenditure reflects our commitment to rapid and inclusive development of our newly formed state. On the other hand, the revised estimate for non-plan expenditure at 73,545 crores is 6.5% lower than the budget estimates of 78,636 crores. This has been made possible because of the prudence in expenditure and fiscal discipline we observed during 2015-16. Notwithstanding 43% fitment given to the public servants, we have been able to finance the development demands in 2015-16 primarily because of our ingenuity in managing the state's own resources. We have taken several measures to improve the efficiency of revenue generating departments, to improve VAT collection we have instituted measures like invoice tracking, modernization of checkposts, development of technology, tax analytics, etc. Further, we have applied technology solutions to make it easier for citizens to use the land registration services. Measures like anywhere registration and e-stamping is making registration services easily accessible to the citizens. We have introduced a system of online applications and registration of vehicles to reduce the citizen footprint in the transport offices. The honourable members are aware that unscientific bifurcation of the state resulted in the residuary Andhra Pradesh receiving 46% of the revenues of the combined state while having 58.32% of its population. This resulted in a revenue deficit of 16,200 crores in the first 10 months of the new state's existence. Thus far, the government of India has released only 2,303 crores to bridge the resource gap, leaving the state with a huge revenue deficit overhang of 13,897 crores. The state received only 50 crores per district per year over the past 2 years for the development of 4 Rayalaseema and 3 North Coastal districts. Thus far, we received 850 crores for the construction of Amaravati city, rupees 345 crores for Polavaram project, and 1,000 crores for the water supply and drainage projects for Vijayawada and Guntur cities. However, tax incentives for industrial development of the state, the grants for construction of the capital city, reimbursement of expenditure incurred on Polavaram project since grants for construction of the capital city, and conferring special category status, all of which are integral components of the AP Reorganization Act 2014, and the assurances in Parliament have remained unfulfilled. This reality has created tremendous strain on the state's fiscal situation. Nevertheless, considering the credible GSDP growth in 2015-16, I expect proportionate growth of the resources envelope in 2016-17. Overall, I expect the state's own resources to grow by 16% from 49,764 crores in 2015-16 to 57,813 crores in 2016-17. However, as mentioned earlier, the legacy of huge revenue deficit and a overhang from 2014-15 will continue to haunt us in 2016-17. We expect the central government to step up its support to the state development plan in the